I am standing now in Kibbutz Be'eri, in the backyard of Mr. Lior Alon, who has survived the horrible attack of October 7th, while losing many of his close friends and neighbors. The house, as you see, was completely destroyed and burned during the attack. Come with me to meet Mr. Alon and hear his testimony. Be'eri is a kibbutz in southern Israel. It's one of the largest ones in Israel. It's located northwestern of the Negev desert, near the eastern border with the Gaza Strip. It had a population of over 1,000 people. During the massacre in Be'eri by Hamas and the October 7th attack, over 100 people of the kibbutz were brutally killed. The IDF investigation team determined that the IDF failed in its mission to protect the residents of Kibbutz Be'eri. The heroism of the residents of Be'eri and the fighters of the kibbutz's readiness squad is worthy of praise, and that is what led to the stabilization of the defense line in the first hours of fighting, while preventing the expansion of the attack to the rest of the kibbutz.
Welcome to Kibbutz Be'eri. This is a two-western neighborhood. The terrorists made a big hole in the over there.
In the fence.
In the fence.
We're about 4 kilometers,
yeah.
kilometers from Gaza.
Yeah.
Right?
4 kilometers, yeah. So they bought a big tractor with them from Gaza. They made a huge hole in the fence.
That's how they initially opened it.
Yeah. So this is two neighborhoods that suffer the most in the kibbutz. Most of our murdered people is from these two neighborhoods. This is called Winner neighborhood, and this is Olive neighborhood. Just to understand what's happening, this pavement in two sides, each 8 houses each side, everybody murdered here. And
eight houses on each side, all murdered?
Yeah, and there is another pavement over there, don't worry, another pavement over there, the same story.
Same story.
Same story, 8 houses each side.
All
over
murdered.
there the houses look worse, because the fighting was worse. So everybody murdered over there also.
So we'll go see it. So this is happening on October 7th in the morning. People are at home. They don't know what's happening.
No.
Right, so some of them are in bed. Some of them are
Be'eri celebrates 77. So we celebrate Friday evening, and we was supposed to keep the celebration in
to continue
Saturday,
it.
to continue, and to go to a happening in a big grass. So we thought we wake up and we go to celebrate.
Yeah.
They came and start murder us.
And yeah, you're right. It celebrates 77 because Be'eri was established on October 6th, 1946.
Right.
Right? October 6th.
Right.
What a coincidence.
So you want to start some stories, or?
Let's go.
So
the images speak very, very loudly.
So this is the house. This is we have 102 people murdered. Most of them until noon.
102 residents.
Yeah, and
killed.
In this house, we had 30 people who kidnapped. Only from this house, 7 people. They have guests. Unfortunately, they have guests over here, and the big tractor came to the window, and they connect with a chain to the window. He tried to pull the windows. You see, he pulled the stairs. He pulled part of the wall.
Wait, the tractor, is that the Hamas tractor?
Yes.
Trying to open the safe room window. This is a safe room window.
They connect with a chain to the safe room window. You see, he pulled out of the stairs and part of the wall. He couldn't pull the window because it's heavy.
It's metal.
Heavy metal.
It's sealed.
Yeah, it's steel. So, but he made an opening in the window. The opening, and the terrorists have a grenade and everything. They are not safe anymore because they can throw a grenade inside or a kalach and kill everybody.
And how many people were hiding in the safe room? 8 people in the safe room.
Yeah.
And the safe room is not safe anymore.
They decided that the 2 male will go, the whispers, yes, that they decided that 2 male will go out first and try to tell the terrorists, take only us to Gaza, leave the women and children alone. Leave them alone, take only us. This guy went, the first one who went out, he took a white shirt, a white something, and tried to say we surrender, but it didn't help so much. They shot him and killed him.
Here?
Here.
So he's coming out with a
here.
white shirt saying,
Yeah.
I'm surrendering, take me. They don't care.
Well, they shot him and killed him. And he was one of the most important guy from the kibbutz economic-wise. He was a big manager in our economic...
You knew him very well.
Of course, of course.
Yeah.
He used to come to practice with me in the gym. Okay, and he came after him because I told you the first two males wanted to come outside. And he was kidnapped. All of the 7 people kidnapped to Gaza. He was kidnapped in a trunk, in a car with another family, not with his family.
Okay.
And in the trunk alone, and he wasn't with his family. So luckily, in the first deal with Hamas, all the women and children came back after 50 days.
Yeah.
Okay. And only Tal Shomi was the last one alive from Kibbutz Be'eri that came back a month and a half ago or something like that. You remember Tal Shom?
Yeah.
Okay, so he was the last one alive from Kibbutz Be'eri. So now we have only bodies.
11 bodies, right?
Six
bodies.
Now we have 6 bodies in Gaza, but no people alive anymore.
The houses are burnt because the Hamas terrorists burned them.
Yeah.
Right? It's not part of the battle where there was battles, but Hamas purposefully burnt the homes to kill the people in them.
I tell you in a minute what I mean.
Okay.
So this is my neighbor house. This is my house over there. So this is all the neighborhood was burned, but this is one of the fewest houses in the neighborhood that didn't burn it. Why they didn't burn it? Because they didn't need to burn it. What I mean, she lived by herself. It's easy for them to go into the safe room and kill her.
Mazi Bachal just shot in her home.
Yeah, she lived by herself. It's easy for them to להתגבר עליה ולהרוג אותה.
Yeah.
And this is a good neighbor of us because this is my house. They are sitting inside the safe room. And they don't know, like many people in Be'eri, they don't know that you need to fight for your life and hold the handle.
Yeah.
So the terrorists come inside and open the safe room and take them together. Okay? So they didn't need to burn the house.
They just opened the door.
Yeah, they just open the door and take them together.
And we'll explain to our viewing audience that the safe rooms are strong, they're safe. But there was no lock on them.
No lock.
No lock.
What's important to tell that the safe room it's planned against missiles, not against terrorists.
Right.
So many people in Be'eri they didn't know that you need to fight for your life on the handle because against the missiles, it's enough to lock it.
It will protect you from missiles or from shrapnel.
Yeah.
It will not protect you from a terrorist coming physically and opening the door. And they didn't think the terrorists are here, or they didn't realize the door is not.
No, they knew the terrorist is here, but they
didn't realize.
They thought it's locked.
Yeah.
But it's not locked because it can be opened from the outside.
Easy.
So
easy.
Easy. So they're sitting inside, and terrorists gently open the door and take them together.
Yeah.
Through the hall over there. A car was waiting for them in the hall and take them together. Less than 10 minutes inside Gaza. Nobody can find them anymore. She was released also in the second deal of Be'eri people.
54 days later.
And he just came back,
Ohad Ben Ami
just came back
after 500 something days, right?
490.
Okay. Yeah, a long time.
Okay?
Yes.
And
so these are your neighbors.
This is the guy who participated in a song contest. He talked in the TV a lot about his parents who murdered over here. The father murdered inside the house, and she was taken to Gaza. Okay, so this is the best neighbor, and we love them very much, and we communicate with them every evening almost after work, and they eat together. The women come to sing with my kids.
Very close friends.
Very close. And unfortunately, when the terrorists come to the house, and this guy is very big and strong, he holds the handle, and they couldn't break into the safe room. So they light a fire in the house, Unfortunately, they have a nice house with a lot of furniture, and it's all burned. And more than that, you walk from here. More than that, to there, they have an outside kitchen, what we call. You see the wooden deck?
For barbecue and outdoor stuff.
Yeah, it go around the house. Used to be a pizza stove and the grill and everything, and they eat a lot outside. Okay, so it was all wood over here, and there were a wooden ceiling also. So it's all was
all gone.
on fire, and the fire came from both way, from the outside into the safe room and from the inside into the safe room. Crossfire, okay, and they suffocated inside. This is a couple with four children, and they have two terrible choices: either to die inside, to suffocate to death, or to jump out and hope for the best. And there is no best because so many terrorists all around. And to jump out, it's mean almost suicide, but no choice. So the guys opened the windows, and he saw a terrorist in front of him. He had a pistol. He shot him.
Who shot who?
The father. He shot the terrorist. He saw a terrorist over here. So all of them were barefooted also,
right?
Like all of us, and they couldn't walk barefoot on the fire.
Right.
So the guy jumped, took the terrorist, put him underneath the window.
Yeah.
The family jumped, 4 kids, okay? 4 kids jumped, step on the terrorist, ran to the grass, and around over here. You do it with no name, don't mention the, okay?
No names.
All the family is lying over here, here, okay? There's a group, a bunch. The 2 younger one on the ground,
Yeah.
the 2 older one. You saw the picture on top of them, and the parents on top of them. I just want to mention that they jump out of the window after 5.5 hours. Okay, we all in Be'eri, and we were almost sure that the IDF will come after half an hour, and save us. But it's never happened.
This is part of a big failure.
Yeah, big failure. So after 5.5 hours, they jump out. They're lying here around 1.5 more.
Hours.
Okay, lying in, hiding over here.
Still alive.
Still alive, of course. Yeah. Over here. So it's been 7 hours and nobody come to help us. And after 1.5 hours, around 1.5 hours, 2 terrorists came and saw the family lying over here. Just open a big fire on them, automatic fire, kill the parents, kill the 2 older brothers, and the 2 younger ones that were underneath try to imagine that they need to, when they get up after the shock, and they need to move the parents and the brother, and they run away to this house, good friend and neighbor, and run around the house and jump through the safe room window. Safe room windows, she helped them to jump through the window, and these 2 younger ones survived.
How old are the younger ones?
They used to be 9 and 12,
9 and
now
12.
a little more.
9 and 12, having to move their dead family members, their father, mother, and siblings.
Yeah.
And they managed to escape because they were under the bodies. They run into another safe room, and they're still alive.
Yeah, the women just knew that her husband, he went in the morning to fight, okay? He just called her and said, I love you, and I got shot. And he said goodbye, and he was murdered also. So she knew so many hours now that she have no husband.
Yeah.
She's very sad.
Yeah.
But she have kids that
she
need
saved.
to take care.
Yeah.
And 2 more that she just adopted.
Yeah. You're saying this is the woman of the other house that basically absorbed these 2 kids that were running to her and saved them. Yeah, so she is now a widow.
They burned the house also, but they did try to get into the safe room, but they managed to survive over there with all the kids, the women and the kids survived over there.
And it's hard to imagine these horrific stories while everything is so quiet here. So you have this amazing, strong images that are like the real. You see
Now
the burnt
you hear,
houses.
You hear the birds. You hear it's look nice and quiet.
It's quiet.
But try
it's
to
quiet.
imagine on Saturday morning or noon, so many terrorists all around, running around, shooting all the time, and shouting in Arabic.
Yeah, and this is the evidence. We see the
All this
destruction. We see the death.
Evidence. And the evidence go all the way to the neighborhood down there. So many families murdered over there, complete families.
And Lior, what is the plan? Maybe I'll ask it now. What is the plan of commemorating this? Is part of the plan leaving some of these homes burnt to remember? Is there discussion about this, or should we completely renovate it?
There is a big discussion, like everything in Israel. It's half and half. Some of the families and people said, we don't want to remember anything from this day.
Clean it all up.
Clean it all, don't leave any memories. And there is another half of the people said we must keep at least one house.
To speak out loud, like we see here.
To memory. And because in 15 years, nobody remember what's happened here, and 10 years, 15 years. So half of the people like me said we must keep at least one house to remember what's happened here. And some families said, don't leave anything.
Where is it
we
standing?
don't want to the children walk around and see what's and think about what's happened here, and we don't want to remember anything.
Where is it standing right now? Where is it standing right now, the decision? Is any decision made?
The first voting was if to keep some memories or not, and we won. We keep some memories, but we don't know how, when, and how much. We just know that we intend to keep something.
Yeah, it's important to remember.
Yeah.
It's important to remember.
But you must understand that some people
they're threatening
that if we keep one house as a memory, they will not come back to live because they don't want to remember anything.
The trauma is so strong.
Yeah,
they want a very, very safe place to look at. But one reason to keep a memory, to keep it visual, is for those who have not gone through it. It's for those visitors in Israel and outside of Israel that come to Be'eri to hear the story.
I'm almost sure that we'll keep at least one house as a memory, like Auschwitz or something.
Right,
like that.
right. It's very, very.
Okay.
It's very, very strong.
So this is the most tragic stories that you hear for today. There is a lot more families that murdered, brutally murdered, and a lot more stories.
Okay.
Let's go. So this is my house. Used to be. It's not my house. We cannot enter the main door because you see the situation. It's melted into, so we need to go around also.
So it doesn't open.
No, it's from October 7th. It never opened. From October 7th in the morning. And maybe I show you.
How was it for you to come back here the first time since the attack? Because now you're used to it.
I came back very, very early.
Very quickly.
Very early. And I wanted to be back very early because for me it's the most important is to come back to a routine, to daily life. And this is why a month after it's happened, I came back a few days after it's happened.
Wow.
There is a big joke about me because when I came the first time to the house, of course everything is burned, but in the safe room I had new running shoes. And when I come out from the house, two photographers, I was so happy to find my running shoes, new running shoes. So I just smiled and laughed, and they took a picture of me and they put it on the website of the paper. And so all the kibbutz joke about me.
Your running shoes, the new running shoes from the safe.
I lost everything, but I have running shoes. I just show you a quick video from the hole in the fence, because I need you to believe me that it really happened. And our house is the nearest one to the hole. So we
to the hole in the fence.
To the hole in the fence. It's over here in the corner. So we wasn't supposed to stay alive, as you understand. because so many terrorists come, and the first house that they see, it's our house. And this is a terrorist GoPro from the event. They come with many motorcycles. There is a hole, and they're running towards our houses. So we know this is not the people who came in the morning, because our house is already burning.
Right.
Okay, so this is like second wave, 7 hours, 8 hours later, because all the houses is burning. Okay,
Wow.
there is another one, a lot shorter one. Okay, the terrorists come outside here. He found my demonstration flag. He found the flag, step on it, cursing it, and tell his body, come inside. He's outside here. You see, he showed the house.
Home.
This is the house over here before it's burned. He tell his body, come inside. Let's steal and rob everything and kill the people. Okay, that's what he tells.
And where are you when this is happening?
Now I will tell you my story and why we survive over here. I'm a father of 2 pair of twins. They're all growing up. So,
4 kids.
4 kids, 4 boys. And unfortunately, one of each pair were with me at that Friday evening and Saturday morning. And one of the girlfriend, me and my wife, so we were here 5 people. Waking up in the morning, 6:30 in the morning, because a lot of missiles in the sky. So a lot of noise, we wake up.
A lot of sirens, a lot of missiles.
Not siren,
Not
missiles,
sirens, yes.
missiles.
Okay.
A lot of bomb of missiles. So we wake up. They're coming from upstairs, coming down here, and we're coming up here. And we didn't understand why it's all the booms. So as I usually do, I go outside and watch the sky. Because I don't believe the TV. I'm just standing outside and watch the sky.
Better than TV.
Yeah, and there is so many missiles, 100 or 1,000 of missiles coming from Gaza, and I think it's going to the western Israel or to the middle of Israel, and I think the Iron Dome coming and meet them, intercept them. And usually there is only 3 to 5 missiles. It's finished very quickly, and we are not doing anything because.
Look, this is like a norm for you. 3 to 5 missiles from Gaza.
Nothing happening. This time I'm standing outside, and I see 100, and it's never stopped. Like 15 minutes, I'm standing outside. It's never stopped. Okay, and after like 10 minutes or 12 minutes, we have sirens in Be'eri. It means, missile towards Be'eri coming. We have a red alarm siren, and we have 15 seconds to go to the safe room.
Yeah, the siren means the sirens are very accurate.
Yeah.
So if there are no sirens here, even though they're rockets, we know the rockets are passing them. But if you're not worried, you see missiles in the sky, you're not worried if there are no sirens.
Yeah.
But the sirens are so accurate, now you're hearing them, you know that now the missiles are aimed at Be'eri.
Yeah. And I must tell you, sirens for me it's nothing. And
you're used to it.
I used to it, and I'm not always going to the safe room because I don't care about missiles. I'm not afraid of missiles, and I'm not going inside. But only if my wife come in,
yells at you.
Yells at me. I might do a favor for her, and I go inside. But this time I do my way from outside to the house. And I'm watching all around because I'm not rushing to the safe room. I'm looking around, I'm doing my way very slow.
You don't realize the situation quite yet, even with hundreds of missiles in the sky.
No, we don't. So I look at that corner over there, and I see a guy standing over there in the corner with a strange uniform, like camouflage uniform. I go into the safe room and I tell my family, I saw an IDF special force over here. I don't recognize the uniform, but this is one of us. And
you naively think it's one of the IDF soldiers because you believe that the IDF protects you.
I'm sure. No, it can be that terrorists came into the kibbutz. It can be. And I tell them that, and after a few minutes, we start hearing a lot of shooting all around the neighborhood. Shooting, and we start to hear a lot of Arabic yelling and cursing, and I understand right away that I was naive and very, very dumb, because I thought it's one of us. And why it's so early in the Be'eri, I didn't understand, but I was sure it's IDF soldier. And and I understand right away when I started all the shooting, I understand that I was very, very dumb and naive, and it wasn't one of us. And I tell it to my kids and my wife, and we start to hear a lot of gun firing, and all around the neighborhood. And after a few minutes, we start to hear a lot of Arabic, yelling at Arabic. And after a few minutes, we hear the glass breaking over here, and at least 10 terrorists come into the house.
What are you feeling at this point?
We are scared. We know something terrible happened, and we are in the war zone, and we need to try to survive. Almost the first time we lock the window properly, because we don't do it. We don't lock the window, and we lock the door like we need to.
You're in survival mode right now. You realize we're going to lock everything we can. We're in danger.
I always say that I'm in a survival mode, and I don't care all around. I try to survive, and we start to hear so many terrorists around the house, running around, walking up the stairs, running up and down the stairs, stealing kid stuff for upstairs, and mentally abuse us, playing kids piano, and open the refrigerator and eating and drinking. They occupied the kibbutz for 12 hours. Okay, so they are running around and doing all the robbing and stealing and mentally abuse us a little bit. And after they finish stealing and do whatever they wanted, they come to the safe room and start fighting with us. Okay, I'm very sad that two of my kids were with me, but you know, in the right time, they helped me a lot, because you need to fight for the door. So I tell you again, like my neighbor and many people from Be'eri, they thought that if you raise the handle like that, it's locked. But it's not, because there's a handle in the other side.
There is a handle on the other
side.
side.
Yeah, of course, it's burned.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to open it, it's no problem. But we know it. I knew that you need to fight for your life and hold it. And my two kids helped me a lot. So we were 6 hands. And the terrorists come over here, kicking the door and knocking on the door and cursing us, Allahu Akbar, Itbach, all the Jews.
Yeah. We'll kill all the Jews, and God is great.
We hold the hand in very strong 6 hands, because by 2 hands. And
all together on your hands, or they're holding you?
No,
they're just all your hands.
Yeah. And we hold it strong, and the terrorists try to open. We feel the heat.
The strength.
And we do it stronger and stronger. They couldn't make it, so they run around and come back. Maybe we are not ready for them.
They gave you a break.
Yeah.
No, they gave themselves a break.
Yeah. And then again and again and again, we fight for the door. And when they couldn't break into the safe room, they burned the house. Okay, they burned the house.
What we see.
And we were very worried, because if we need to go out, we know it's easy for them to kill us. Mm-hmm. And I tell my kid, we don't go out. Only if we dead, if it's take an hour, then we feel that we cannot stay anymore, we talk about it. Before, we stay only inside.
The last resort will be leaving the safe room. Right now, you're staying in the safe room, hoping that the smoke and the fire will not enter.
Yeah. So they light a fire, and we start to hear the flame, and we start to feel the heat and the smoke. And I put a shirt over here that because it was so hot that it didn't burn my hand. And we hold it and pray for the best. Maybe the first terrorist group know that we are here because we fight with us, but there is more and more coming. And we wanted them to, they were not sure that if we are here or not. The first one knew, because we fight with them. Right. And then one of my other sons that he knew, he was in the kibbutz, he knew that we have nothing with us. But he remembered that we have a closet here with the towels. So he told us on the phone to put the towels underneath the door and to pee, because with no water, no nothing. So we pee on the towels over here to
absorb the smoke and the fire.
Yeah, so less smoke come from underneath the door.
Wow.
And luckily, the fire around this area wasn't so bad.
that wasn't so bad. It's all just very, very black, but it wasn't so bad.
But look
Yeah.
on the floor. Wasn't
Yeah.
so bad. Even the wooden place here it didn't burn.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So more smoke than actual fire. Yeah.
So we could keep here and survive for 16 hours.
Wow, 16 hours.
Another luck that we have, that the terrorists that came to the kibbutz came very early to this house. So we suffered many, many hours, but they didn't know, the terrorists who came in the morning, very early in the morning, they didn't know and understand in the beginning that they can shoot through the door and kill.
Because they were new to the situation. It was just
they
the
didn't know
beginning.
that the door is not bulletproof. So in the beginning, when the day progressed, they killed many people through the door. But here they didn't know.
So on one hand, being early in the in this horrible journey of death, it caused you to stay here for many, many hours. On the other hand, they were rookies, right? They didn't realize that,
they can shoot on the door and kill us.
They can shoot and kill you,
Especially my kids, that they were...
just standing there to hold it,
So,
wow.
So this is many lucks that we have here in that day.
Leo, did you ever feel helpless? That there's no hope? Or were
Of course. There was a time when they come to the door in the beginning, we were very scared and afraid because it's not so...
your heart your heart is racing, right?
And when they light the fire, it's the second time that we said we will not survive. And there was a time that we think that we will not survive, but we were lucky, and we survived for 16 hours.
Has all of your family members were saved?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. It was horrifying 16 hours.
Wow.
We scared a lot, but after 16 hours, eventually, Navy SEALs, Special Unit Navy SEALs came to the house, and
after 16
hours. From 6:45 to 11:45, 16 hours. They came
11 at night,
Yeah, at night. They came to the house and they walking around. It was almost the first house in Be'eri.
Well, your house is burned, probably still with fire remnants on it, and they're entering to search for survivors?
Yeah, and they're entering to survivors. They didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
And they're walking only around this place. And my son said, "You shut up, because don't yell to them because of the stories."
They think that maybe they're terrorists. You don't realize that these are
there is terrorists who speak Hebrew, and people open and they kill them. So my son told me, "Shut up, and you don't shout to them." I hear good Hebrew, but I shut up.
Yeah.
I let them find us and rescue us.
Yeah.
But they were young and inexperienced and a little panic. And they're walking only around this area, and they didn't come to the safe room. And only when I hear that they said we are keep searching because there is nobody alive in this house.
You heard them saying that to each other.
That we are keep going to another places because nobody is alive. And I hear the steps going out, and then I knock on the door, strongly on the door. And they hear that I'm knocking on the door, and I shout to them, "We are here, we are there."
So you realize it's the IDF,
come and rescue us.
Wow.
And they come with fire towards the door because they were afraid that we are hostages and terrorists
are inside
holding guns at us. And if I open the door, they shoot as IDF troops. But I promised them that they asked me my name if I'm sure this is my house, and I had to promise the IDF people that we are alone and we are safe and we are okay, but we are alone. That they let me open the door. Eventually, I opened the door, and we were all barefooted, and it was not so easy to walk here.
Burning hot.
Barefooted. So. Terrorists steal shoes also, so we didn't have enough shoes. Myself, I got sandals. The IDF guys, they took sandals out of a dead terrorist over here, and they gave me the terrorist sandals, and eventually I got to the Dead Sea Hotel with a terrorist sandal because I couldn't walk barefoot over here.
all burning.
And they steal our shoes. So this is how it's end. A special bulletproof jeep came over here to the grass.
Bulletproof what?
Jeep.
Yeah.
Okay, come to
a
the
army vehicle.
yeah, RV. We come to over here and we just
Collect
run.
you.
Yeah, we run over here and they.
16 hours later, you're out. Are you feeling safe with the IDF troops, even though they're young and they almost missed the safe room?
Yeah. When we got on the RV, we feel safe.
You felt safe.
Yeah, and they rush us to the gate, to the main gate.
So you feel
safe.
relieved.
A lot. Yeah.
Are you hungry? Do you realize you're hungry?
We didn't care about
You don't
hungry,
quite care, right? That adrenaline is so high.
Just to drink something.
Yeah.
We were very, very thirsty.
Wow.
My two kids were dehydrated a little bit.
Were they?
Yeah.
And all the heat and everything
and we.
doesn't contribute to
So this is our story.
What has it done to your family to go through this experience together?
We feel relief and a little happy that we survived. And we didn't know what's happening in the kibbutz.
All around you.
But after we start hearing the stories, every day some more stories about our neighbor or about people in the kibbutz that murder. So we are not happy anymore.
Yeah.
We're very sad. And even I feel guilt a little that I survived and some of them don't. Most of them
Most
don't.
of your neighbors, haven't survived.
So this is our story.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. And now what you're saying, you drove back to Be'eri to work. What is your job here?
I used to be a sport instructor working in the
That's
gym.
where you run every day.
And after what's happened, of course, we didn't need my job. So I became, I work in the agriculture, in the avocado and oranges. And it was very exciting every day to meet new people, to come, that volunteers come to volunteers and help us. Not only Israelis, also people I met from Toronto, from Americans, and many, many people.
These are Christians, mostly,
Some
or maybe
Christian
Jews,
also,
but
some Jews, some
support Israel.
Christian, and come and picking with us avocado and oranges because all the Thai people that used to work left the country, left Israel because of what's happened. So,
and you had a lot of work to do, and agriculture is very big.
Not only so many volunteers, almost every day, a bus or maybe two buses coming to the agriculture and picking with us avocado and oranges. It was very exciting because the government didn't do anything, and the people of Israel came and helped us.
Gave a hand.
It was my heart was filled over there, and I started tell them the stories inside the avocado. And then it becomes that I come and take them inside the kibbutz and show them what's happened.
So it became, you started to...
I just start tell them the story in the break.
Yeah.
That they know why they come and help us and why they volunteer to help us. This is my goal was.
So,
and then they start asking me, show us the kibbutz. And then every noon when they finish picking, I took a tour to show them what's happening.
I bet it felt good that you're getting, your heart is filled, you said, by the support you're getting.
Yeah.
You're also staying active amidst this huge tragedy where you lost so many and your life was in such danger. You're staying active with a job that it needs you.
Yeah.
The agriculture needs to be done, right? And you are active and you're needed, and with that, you get to share these stories with these volunteers.
Of course, we like to work and to do whatever needed, but we had a great chance to make a new kibbutz again, because the kibbutz was founded, you said 46, many years ago. Our grandparents found the kibbutz, and we didn't have a job to do, only to work and to do a regular guys.
Just to upkeep
and now
it.
we had a new chance to make the kibbutz again. To rebuild the kibbutz, to feel like the founder of the kibbutz 77 years later. And it's a big
honor?
Meaning. Honor and meaning is that we need to do it. We can do it.
As these hard events happen and such tragedy takes place, Let's be rooted and grounded in the Word of God, in His truth, and in His love. Let's not forget our hope in Him. This is Rotem Magen for All Israel News.